Hello and welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John, where in each episode we'll stroll down the Macintosh memory lane. We'll discuss older Macintosh computers, collecting all things related to the Mac and Apple computer, and current topics from the perspective that only a couple of old Mac fans can provide.
Hey, John. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am quite well.
Again, you have the Christmas-colored iMacs
Right.
in your background.
Yep.
Next week, we'll talk about what you did there, and you've prepared a couple special art elements.
Right. Yeah.
Mac and
We
Christmas-related.
will get into all the different little
Next
apps
week.
and next week.
Next week. This week is the Holiday Gift Spectacular, where we gather all our hey, why don't we record this show for real? Welcome everybody in the chat first.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining us. I don't want to repeat myself.
You don't want to repeat yourself. Yes.
Okay, let's get our act together. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 644 for December 11th, 2022. Good morning, John.
Good morning, James.
Do you know what happened on this day? Not on this day, 5 days ago. 5 days? 5 days ago? In 2006? Is that right?
Oh, I'm assuming that's going to be the start of this podcast.
Yes.
2006.
2006. Oh my gosh.
Man.
A long time ago.
Man.
Yeah. Yep, that was what was it? I don't know. It was kind of a disaster, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, we didn't. Was it for like our 10th anniversary? Didn't we just basically commentary on our own podcast?
Yeah.
Kind of roasting it.
And then I think on the 15th we did a commentary of the commentary.
I could see us doing
got a
that.
little confusing.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this week we're going to do our holiday gift list. I think in years past we sort of screwed that all up and wound up doing it like when it's too late to even do anything about it. But give you a little bit of time this time if you do want to act on any of our suggestions. We each have 5. We didn't overlap this year.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing because in the past we usually had a little bit of overlap. I mean, it's bound to happen, right? I mean, there's only so many sources for retro stuff, but the amount of sources out there for cool retro gifts has definitely expanded over time.
Yeah, you said there are only so many. There are so many.
Yes.
Compared to 2006 when there's almost nothing. But the retro community has grown by leaps and bounds, and sort of the gift options. So we've got that coming up. We've got eBay finds and news all coming right up. There we go. There's the introduction. All right.
Nice.
Thanks, Mark. Year 16. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's switch over to eBay finds, I guess.
Oh, yeah. All right, hang on. Let me bring that window up. Too many windows.
Okay.
All right. I haven't even looked. Okay, cool.
Oh, I don't like that view. Let's switch views. Let's do that. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Time now for eBay finds. Last week there was the full set 7, count them 7 System 7 pins. Innovation, power, synergy, compatibility, versatility, opportunity, and excitement. This set of 7 pins is still available for a buy it now of $120. No make an offer. So you still got a chance. Then there was the set of 2 Quadra 950s found in a storage shed of questionable operating condition. But that didn't stop bidders. 22 of them, or at least 22 bids, cranked this up to $775.56. Not too bad. I wonder what they paid for that storage unit. The vintage tote bag, like a canvas tote bag with the big Apple logo on the grid pattern, reminiscent of that poster that was distributed during that time. What did they want? They still wanted 120. It's still available. Oh no, I take that back. It was sold for $120. They got that by it now. All right, we'll begin. Oh, it's Christmas time, so how about an ornament? This one says Apple Computer Macintosh 20th Anniversary Rare Crystal Figure Object Ornament. We've seen these before.
Nice. Yeah.
The description reads, novelty, Apple 20th Anniversary, not for sale. Well, until now. Extremely rare, approximately width by 160 by 55 millimeters. Weighs about 4 kilograms. Comes with the box, the emblem plate. It's a paper band that covers the outside of the box. So you're looking at, I guess it's crystal. It's an Apple logo, and it's
I always thought the Apple went all the way through. Like it was like
Oh yeah,
it's actually whole, but no. It only goes about 3/4 of the way through because you've got this nice side angle.
So it's like a big block of crystal that's got this Apple logo that's sort of inset into it.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
And then there's a presentation box. There's a plate. See that plaque there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what you do with that. I like, and then the little card on the inside says "Thank you again," and it has the classic Mac icon.
Yeah, that extra little plate is odd. It looks like it's made out of metal.
Mm-hmm. Just says Apple on it with the Apple logo. And
sure. Is it the same? Do you think it's the same width and depth as the crystal piece? Do you think it's meant to? I don't know.
I don't see how that goes together with.
No, I don't either. I don't either.
Yeah.
Boy, how nice would this be next to your TAM?
Right. Yeah. This now, I'm trying to remember.
20th anniversary of the Macintosh versus 20th anniversary of Apple.
Well, the TAM would have been of Apple.
Right.
Maybe this is 20th of the Macintosh.
The Macintosh itself
must be because it's got the Macintosh reference there. The thank you again, referencing the Macintosh release. So yes, this is around 2004. It was a gift of some sort. I don't know who got these. I can't remember the story. This particular one's located in Japan, and they want a buy it now of $900, or you can make an offer. Quite a nice thing. I think, boy, that would look slick, lit up with some kind of lighting arrangement. Would really make this look great, especially have it like cycling through maybe 6 colors, perhaps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful item. $900, but make an offer. Okay, let's move on.
Amazing. All right, so I have to say I cannot believe somebody hasn't snapped this one up already. Buy it now, $114. I'm going to start with the price. It is, because I'm just amazed. It's again hasn't sold. It is a vintage 1992 Apple Macintosh Duo dock. It is untested, but is with the box. Mm-hmm. Guys, anyone who's got a Duo, somebody needs to snap this puppy up because they are just so awesome to have. If you've got a Duo, free shipping. That's just crazy. And this thing's not. This thing would probably actually survive the shipping, as opposed to some of the computers of around this time. It's pretty sturdily built because it was
Yeah.
designed to hold the weight of a monitor on top of it.
Well, especially if you have the
Wow.
original packaging with
Right.
the foam
Yeah.
inserts to cradle this
Yeah,
thing
and the
just right.
box looks in fantastic shape. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no yellowing, there's no
Little
ripped corners,
water
really.
stain on one side.
Is that a water stain or is that? Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, I was looking at
Yeah.
the tape, but yeah, a little bit of a water stain.
But yeah, not
The
too
unit itself looks,
Yeah,
absolutely
looks really great.
clean, fantastic.
bad. Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm trying to see. So this is the seller all goods too. I wonder if it's one of those. I'm just going to check to see the other stuff. No, they're selling a bunch of computer stuff, so it's not like something that showed up at a thrift store. Huh. Very neat.
Yeah, I wonder what the longevity is on the injection mechanisms.
Mine's still working just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it kind of operates like almost like a. I mean, there is this mechanical mechanism, right? That pulls it in and docks it, so you don't have to.
Yeah, just like it's
slam it like a
very
VCR
much like
or
sucking in a VCR tape, and ejecting it. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, solid deal there for somebody, if presuming everything works. Okay, and we'll wrap up with these. The seller actually has a pair of them. The title is Vintage Apple Advertisement, Pin Badge, Luggage Tag, Test Drive a Macintosh. These and this, this is like original packaging. Looks brand new. Let's see what we can learn from the description. Nothing other than it says new in package, which appears correct. These little luggage tags were distributed somehow during, maybe they're given away when you actually did test drive a Macintosh back in, I guess it was 84, 85 or whatever. They had this promotion where you would come in and you would take it home and test drive it. They had this whole advertising campaign, which they all included the mouse with a gloved hand, right? With a driving glove, a leather driving glove. There was a banner, and they had these. The only other thing besides maybe there's a little brochure, I think I recall saying there was the poster, and there were these luggage tags. So a little plastic thing with the hand, and then a little plastic piece to attach it to something, presumably your Macintosh bag. These are starting bid $10.99 with a buy it now just $39.99.
Wow. So you say the person selling them as two separate auctions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I've seen these around, but new like this.
Yeah.
No, you just don't come across this.
Sure.
Yeah. And I just love them. So might be an opportunity here for somebody. Complete your original Macintosh setup. Okay.
So some interesting stuff in the chat. So Garth mentions that he's got
some links to share.
He's got the Crystal 10-year one and the aluminum one for 20 years. But he also mentions that the ones. Hang on a second.
I just posted the link to the.
Oh, and he's going to show them on Dave's stream later today. I'll have to.
I don't think that's a reproduction. I have an original one. It looks exactly like this, with the little black thing and even the bag. That little.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I've gone back. I'm talking about the crystal.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the luggage tag. We're all
okay,
talking about different things. I think Garth was asking about the luggage tag. I do not believe that to be a reproduction.
I see. Okay.
I'm not sure somebody would go through the trouble of reproducing this. If they did, then good for them.
But Garth also mentions that his goes the Apple does go all the way through. It doesn't stop halfway.
Oh,
on the crystal. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So there are variants or something. Yeah,
I'll have to check out Dave's stream later. Garth, I'd like to see that.
Oh, everybody was talking about the crystal. I was the only one still talking about the luggage tag, apparently.
You really like those Lego stones.
Okay, well, for the crystal though, somebody made a reproduction of that with all the packaging.
Please log in through the Google Home app.
All right, stop that. What did I say that had anything similar to Hey Blank? Yeah, if they reproduce the crystal with the packaging and all of that, that's something else. Now, keep in mind this is from Japan, and we often see some strange variants that were distributed
so
in
that
Japan.
crystal was from Japan.
Well, being sold in Japan.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
But Garth mentions that there was one for 10 and 20 years, and later on they switched to aluminum ones for the 5, 10, 15.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Service awards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Thanks for the info on that, Garth. Yeah, and also I want to mention Klaus, because when we were talking about the fact that we've been out for 16 years, I was like, I think Klaus has been, because he was a member of the old Ning site, and he mentions that he's been listening since 2007. So
oh wow,
he's been with us for the journey. Yeah,
Klaus should get some kind of service award.
Klaus, we're not sending you a crystal apple.
I'm not saying we will, but he does deserve it. But everybody,
right.
We can agree on
for
that.
his 15 years of service of listening to us drone on.
Yeah. Okay. Let's switch to our gift list, and let's go in 3, 2, 1. Well, every year, this time of the year, we go through our lists for holiday gift suggestions for the Retro Mac enthusiast, which is probably just ourselves, right? We're just talking about things we're going to buy ourselves because nobody else understands.
Yes. Well, yeah, one of the things that's on my list is something I will be ordering shortly after this podcast. Yes.
Okay. And we will post the links. They will be posted with the podcast, but we'll post them here in the comments just as soon as we'll roll through them and then we'll post it in case you do want to buy any of this stuff. We have no stake in the sales of any of this stuff, just so you know. Yeah, we're not very good about that. We should get a cut of something. But neither of us understand how any of that works. So we don't get anything.
I've tried Patreon, I've tried OnlyFans, just none of it seems to.
It's too complicated. I just want to show up and talk.
About the Patreon part.
I'll get money some other way somehow. All right. We're gonna go. Let's go one at a time. We'll alternate. Let's throw up the first one. We talked about a lot of this stuff before, but it's like this is what I'd get if I didn't already have it. Alago makes these Apple Watch stands, and they make one in the shape and style of an old classic Mac. And I've used one.
Yep.
You have one? I've used it too since it came out, but I can tell you that it also still works with the new Ultra, which I have.
Okay.
It's actually in the stand. I don't have it on right now. I left it. But yeah, I was wondering about the thickness.
The Ultra, the nice thing about that is, doesn't it show the time all the time?
It does.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it has
makes the stand even more useful then.
Sure, you don't have to bump it to it, but so you can see there how it looks reminiscent. Now they also, I'm going to throw in, this is my 1A, B, and C, but they have it in the iMac with a few different colors. Yeah, 2 different colors. There you have the Bondi blue and I think it was like strawberry or something. Or maybe it is just one color. It says 2 colors, but I think it's just 2-tone. I guess they just have it in the one color.
Oh, I see. Sure. Okay.
And an iPod too. That one looks really slick because it looks like identical to an original iPod. So those are alago.com, although I think you can pick them up on Amazon. Okay, what do you got? You got these.
All right, yeah. So normally I wouldn't include an eBay auction, but since the seller has more than 10 of these available, I thought I would include it. It is the authentic space gray Apple mouse mat with minor defects. So I don't know if these were factory rejects and the guy kept them all or what. But they look pretty darn good to me. They do look nice and fresh and new. What it is this is one that's the gray mouse pad with the Apple Garmin font. So it's just the Apple word Apple.
Right here, I have one right on my desk.
There you go.
I actually have somehow I picked up a stack, probably like this person did. Although, and so I've got wrapped in cellophane a stack of about 50 of these things.
Oh wow!
Somewhere.
All right.
But yeah, you can see on some of his like they're
like the gray is not
a little
even,
bit.
or sure.
Right.
So yeah, these are there's a bit of a rejects, but still buy one for $7 or buy two for $6.30 each.
They're really great because
10 available.
Obviously, we don't need mouse pads anymore.
Sure.
Unless you're actually
not for
using a wheeled
new stuff,
an old mouse. But
right.
I use them as like little placemats because it's got a nice thick durable. So this is where my coffee and whatever I bring into the office sits on instead of on my desk. So, okay. Very good. All right, let's move along. Let's look at this. Now, I'm showing one thing specifically, but really get anything from careprints.com. Susan Care has products of her artwork, a lot of Mac icon stuff or other icons that she produced back for the original Mac OS. This one particular here is her pixel art version of Steve Jobs on a 6-color rainbow logo. These things are hand signed, numbered, all that good stuff, quality presentation, very available in different sizes from 8.5 by 11 up to 30 by 40 inches with what does that cost? They only have 100 of those. Ooh, you get up to the $500 range.
Wow.
All quality stuff, all just, iconic, right? And I thought, well, this one with Steve Jobs on it. That's pretty awesome. She used to have the book too. I didn't see that in the shop. But if you go to careprints.com, you can click through all the products. If you really want to spend the money, you go up to the recreation of the pirate flag.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that she hand paints, doesn't she?
Hand paints it. It was, it's a recreation of the flag that flew over the building where the Macintosh team was housed. They were, would you rather be a pirate than join the Navy or whatever? The expression that the Macintosh team was going against the flow with that product. And so she recreated the flag. That's a hefty $7,450. Okay, I think I've surpassed my numbers here. But let's move along to your next one.
So my next one is yet another mouse pad. Now this is totally different. This is not an old stock. This is new, and it's one of those kind of very large, almost like
a desk mat.
Desk mat, right?
Yeah.
Which I really like. I use one, and this is what I will be ordering later. This is a very nice kind of somebody's got kind of a distressed 6-color Apple logo pattern on there. I did find another one that similar. Same Apple, but kind of blown up big. But I do like the repeating pattern on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, it closes. All right, so yeah, $45. This is available over at Redbubble. You can find all your illicit logo needs over at Redbubble. They don't care what they're going to print. They're going to print it. But yeah, so hang on a second. So the size of this is 31.5 by 15.5. Inches. It's 80 centimeters for 39.4 centimeters. I like it. I will be getting this.
And you can get it in a mouse pad size as well. Looks
Yeah.
like if you click the style here. Yeah, I have a pad. I don't have this pad, but I have something pretty much identical to it on my desk. Just a black plain pad. Again, just to kind of protect the surface of my desk and have all my keyboard and trackpad, all that stuff on it.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's I know a lot of gamers kind of use it as
Mm-hmm.
use them because it keeps the keyboard in place.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps the keyboard. Yeah, and if you've got kind of a tight desk, it works nice for you're not having to like tuck part of the mouse pad underneath the edge of the keyboard to save space or whatever. Yep. Very nice.
Nice. Okay. Next. Throwboy.
Yes.
We talk about options today versus 2006. You got places like almost an entire company devoted to crazy retro Apple stuff. I've got the pillows page up here, and so there's a big selection of pillows here, but I guess I will zero in on the latest offerings. And hey, I got a surprise unboxing here today because I I was let's see, I'll take care not to cut into any of these pillows as I open this box, but I was one of the backers. I guess it was a Kickstarter, right? With the new gen of these pillows that are created after the different Macintosh models. And I got this from Roberto the other day. Gosh, I hope it's the pillow, so this might be embarrassing. I don't know what else he might have sent me. But yes, they're crammed in here. Okay.
Is that the 2003?
This one is.
Yeah.
Oh wow, these are way better quality wise than in these pictures. The pictures just don't do them justice here. Yeah, so this is what the 2003 pillow, right? Which is your
G5.
Power Mac G5 tower. Oops, I got it upside down. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. The
That
ports
is very
and
nice.
everything.
Oh, yeah, look at all the ports. Love it.
Yeah, and these aren't, this is all embroidered here. The holes are kind of printed or whatever, but the vents and the ports are, and the slots here, these are all, that's embroidered. So you got this.
That's embroidered.
Cool,
wow.
Yeah. Which you don't really,
you really
can't really
pick
tell
that up
from
on
the
picture.
pictures because
Right.
it all kinds of blends in, and these are these little, where the logo, the Apple logo would be, that's embroidered, and same with the slot and the front ports. So yeah, so we got that. What do we got here? This, the 1999 pillow, which would be the clamshell tangerine iMac. Haha. Look at that. There we go. And again, embroidery details here, all on the keyboard, the trackpad.
Wow. See, I would have just thought that was printed.
Yeah, right. I thought it would have been too. I just forgot, just how you just forget about the level of quality here. And then even the CD-ROM drive. This all these buttons and everything's embroidered. Even these little ports here. So got that one. Next, this is like Christmas right here. We're celebrating with him. Oh, this is great. The 2002 pillow, which is
see, that one to me is a little
iMac.
Weird.
This is weird. It is weird.
This is a G4 iMac. So you've got a pillow on a stick.
And it's because there's like
it's fluffy.
There's something, there's some stiff material in here.
Is there?
Keeps it a little bit of not.
But it doesn't keep it supported. It's like it's like it's lost its spring on an actual G4 iMac, where it doesn't want to keep the screen up anymore.
Yeah, it's like a dense foam kind of in here. You can almost you can kind of shape it. Yeah, you can kind of shape it a little bit. Anyway, so we got that one moving along. Year 2000, the 2000 pillow brings you the cube. Oh, look at that. There's the cube, the front. Of course, all the cool stuff is there.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So even on bottom, this, where all the ports are on the bottom, they embroidered all that, huh?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. And
gee whiz,
lastly,
you did get the whole set. How'd that all fit in that box?
Well, they compress a little bit. The 83 pillow, which of course is a Lisa. In this case, I guess that's a Lisa 2, right? Are those are floppies? Are those floppies? I can't. Are they too wide? Are they 5 1/4s, or I guess maybe they are
5 1/4s.
Okay, so we got a Lisa 1, the original Lisa. So nice. All right. Let's move on. Next for you.
Wants to know how many were in the box total. How many was that?
Was that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because it was a Kickstarter. I think I got some great. All the Kickstarter backers got a little discount on them, and I think we were among the first to get them. So, but you can get all those now. It looks like you can get them. You can order them from their website. Okay, what do you got next?
So for our next one, we're going to head over to ct6502.org, who always has some fun stuff. That's the American seller of the Booty, which has been discontinued, alas. But what they've got here for holiday theme stuff is a Lode Runner Ugly Christmas sweater. Could you zoom in, hover over the... there you go. So you've got this wonderful kind of Lode Runner-esque level with some very nice... you've got a reindeer, some stockings, a snowman, and a gift kind of on the level, and it says "Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow" on the bottom. So yeah, it's a ugly Christmas sweatshirt, not a sweater. Which I almost wish they had this as a long sleeve T-shirt, because in Florida, even a sweatshirt in December is too warm. But yeah, sturdy and warm sweatshirt bound to keep you warm in the colder month. A pre-shrunk classic fit sweater, i.e., sweatshirt that's made with airjet spun yarn. Okay. So yeah, and they also have some other fun stuff. My other favorite that he sells is the Choplifter Oregon Trail mashup, where it's the chopper is firing on the wagon. It says your wagon is on fire. So good stuff.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. And speaking of clothing, if you go to 8-Bit Tees, well,
Javier's site, yes.
You get John's colorized version of the original Apple Computer Company logo, the one drawn by Ron Wayne, featuring Newton under a tree with an apple about to drop on his head. So John colorized this because it was originally a pencil drawing by Ron Wayne. It was all black and white. Was used, as far as we know, I don't know, what for the Apple I manual, and maybe not much beyond that, before it was changed. But it's super awesome in color, and you can get it on a t-shirt at 8bittees.com in a variety of colors. I think it pops most maybe on, what color does it most justice? I think a darker color, maybe.
A darker color, yeah.
Whether it's black or blue or something.
I suppose I should probably get one of these.
Yeah, you should. I have one. I wear it from time to time here, right? Okay, next
up, I am a sucker for enamel pins. I've got a lot on my my computer bag. So when I ran across this one, this is a very nice Macintosh pin. It's just got the basically it's the Happy Mac logo. $10 enamel pin. This is over on Etsy. There's so much stuff over on Etsy. I had a hard time kind of limiting. I was like, cause at first I ended up with about 5 of the things on my list were all Etsy ones from different people. So $10. Test drive.
And of course, this
home.
We were just talking about
Macintosh. No purchase necessary. So it's got some great little references on the card, and the pin itself just looks so very nice.
Yeah, and I love that it uses the test drive campaign. We were just talking about it with the luggage tag. So
yeah,
very cool. Okay, next, this one we've talked about. John has one. You got it at DragonCon, I think. Artovision has the exploded Mac 128 in a shadow box. Very slick little piece, and I can imagine I think on camera you showed. I haven't seen it in person yet, but
Right, yeah, the parallaxing, because it's on what do we
different panes
three or
of
four different layers. Sure.
yeah. You can see here on the picture the
Yeah,
different
you can
slots
see
along
the
the
different
side. Those are
slots.
so that each
Right.
of the pieces of glass, right? Three
Yeah.
pieces of glass there. So yeah, it gives you that
It's a fantastic effect.
dimensionality as you
Yeah.
look into the exploded view of the Mac. Pick these up over at Artovision. They also have an Etsy store. We can get these as well. Okay.
All
Next for
right,
you,
last
another
one
Etsy
for
find.
me. Yeah, so this is a set of earrings. Kind of go back to the Susan Care thing. So this is a set of earring. One of them has the cursor, and one of them is the hand icon. $12.20. Again, very nice and reasonable. And the person also sells, if you're interested, a Robin set or a set of Nicolas Cage earrings. But obviously these are the ones for us, sort of thing. So yeah, there you go.
Those are great. I love that. They don't do any other icons, just the arrow and the hand.
I was kind of wishing that there was, if they had done like a set of the different like Mac Paint icons, would be pretty cool. Or a Clarice the dog cow. That needs to be an enameled pin if it isn't already by somebody.
All right. Oh, I think that's it. Was that it?
Yep, that was it.
Did we get 5 each?
That went quick.
That did go quick. All right. Well, hopefully there's something in there.
If those are PC earrings versus.
I think they are, because it's not black. Right? The arrow would be black if it were.
That is true. That is, Mac. But yeah, but I just go right to Mac Paint when I see the.
Yeah. All right. We'll post. Let's put some links in the chat right now. What we just talked about. Let's see if I can find mine.
Yeah, it's a shame. My wife actually does not have pierced ears.
That is a shame.
Yeah. Otherwise, well, it's a shame for me because this she would have ended up with the. So there you go.
I posted them. I don't know if that'll work in the channel. I don't know how that shows up for everybody else, but I threw a bunch of links in there. I don't know. That looks like a huge mess right there. Let me do one at a time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that was
it just made a huge mess.
It doesn't work well that way, does it? Okay.
I'll do 1, 2. Of course, these days, if you remember anything about what I said, just Google it and
sure.
You'll get there. Yeah. The one thing is, the 8-bit tees, I almost always forget the URL or that it's 8-bit tees.
Right, sure.
The Artovision, that's a little tougher one to remember. Everybody knows Throwboy. Everybody knows Susan Care. Everybody knows.
Sure.
Well, Alago. That's my. Okay. All right. There are my links. Okay. We're going to get into the news. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Time now for the news. There are a bunch of Apple-related auctions on rrauction.com right now. One in particular has been making the news. That is yet another, or could be one of the same we've already talked about, just making the rounds again, but an Apple One. This Apple One is unique in that they believe, and it has been authenticated by somebody that says that it was hand numbered by Steve Jobs.
Oh, wow.
So apparently, I don't know, hopefully is there a picture here of the numbering? I don't know why that picture's chopped. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find that in the pictures here. But supposedly, yeah, Steve Jobs was there that day and he was in charge of writing the numbers. I guess he could be trusted to do that much. I shouldn't say that. Well, we all know that, he wasn't the hardware guy here, right? That was the other
right.
Steve.
Yeah.
And there's a letter of authenticity. Okay, let's look at this letter. So somebody here with some kind of credentials so that the handwriting is consistent. It's authentic. What does it say? I mean, it doesn't say. The handwriting is consistent considering slant flow, pen pressure, letter size, and other characteristics that are typical of the other exemplars that we have examined in our hobby and professional career. So they looked at other examples of Steve Jobs' handwriting. And there you see it right there, the 01-0000 or something. I can't, the picture's kind of small, but that's supposedly what he wrote right there. So, anyway, this one's being offered for a real legit auction. 13 bids has brought it already to $241,577. The next bid is $265. I'll go ahead and crank it up a little bit while we're sitting here just to see. Wouldn't that be fun? No, I will not, because I might actually have to buy it at that, whatever it is. How about I'll create a fake account and do that? Isn't that a thing? This one ends on December 15th, right around the corner. So we'll find out next week what happened. I don't know what this is expected to go for. It concludes more than just the computer. It does have the cassette interface, the original manual, some cassette interface manuals, a period ASCII keyboard, a period Sanyo monitor, a new period style power supply, and some cables. And it was restored to original operational state by an Apple I expert, Corey Cohen, in 2018. And there's a video of it running and whatever, so it looks to be in good shape. So that's at RR Auction. They do have a couple other things Apple-related. A Tim Cook signed football from Auburn University. Of course, that's where he went to school. 14 bids. It's up to $840. Oh, I should say that they do estimate that Apple I is going to get at least $375. So, a bunch of signed stuff.
I like the Woz and Ron Wayne signed Apple I replica. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's that. A bunch of manuals and miscellaneous pictures and documentation signed by Woz, some signed by Ron Wayne, some signed by both of them. A lot signed by both of them, actually. But the only other Steve Jobs signed item is a Next brochure. Okay. Signed by Steve Jobs at a Pittsburgh Tech luncheon. This thing is already up to $6,175 after 20 bids. He also inscribed, "Thanks for the great welcome," signed Steve Jobs. So it was, I guess, Steve Jobs presented at this High Technology Council on April 17th, 1990. And so they made a brochure for the event, and he signed it. And boy, if you hung on to that, have a nice little bit of money coming towards you soon. They estimate this one. What is the estimate on this one? They think it's going to get at least 10 grand is what they're expecting. So it's not quite there yet. This one also ends on December 15th. And then the other Steve Jobs related one is a nice example of an original Next computer. They say it's an early production model with original monitor, laser printer, and all the packaging. After 13 bids, it's already up to just over $4,000. Fully operational. There you go.
So the original. Can't remember. Do you have any Next?
I have a slab, whatever the slate or whatever the not the cube.
Got it.
Yeah, I wish I had a cube. Been nice to have. They're very pricey now, especially this one now. Okay, So that's all at rrauction.com. We'll check in next week and see how these things ultimately did. I almost listed Big Mess of Wires in one of my choices in the gift list because you can still buy floppy emus.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still a good buy.
Absolutely.
There was we talked not long ago about constrained part supplies, and there may be a dwindling non-replenishable inventory of these things. So that would be the time to get one if you don't already have one. But on December 3rd, Steve posted an article, Moof disk image support for floppy emu. Good news today. Today's Big Mess of Wires floppy emu firmware update brings support for the Macintosh Moof image format. Moof is a new disk image format.
I don't know if I have we talked about it? I don't recall us talking about Moof before. I don't.
No, I don't. No, we haven't. So I'm like,
okay.
What the heck is this all about? Well,
sure.
I'll tell you. It says Moof is a new disk image format for 3.5-inch Macintosh floppy disks designed by John K. Morris with the goal of capturing all the low-level disk information needed for copy-protected software. It's the Macintosh equivalent of a WAS disk image for Apple II computers. So when you get a Moof, you get exactly the same disk as came from the publisher, with all the copy protection still intact. And so you don't have to, hunt down a cracked version or some kind of modified version. Yeah. And there's already a collection of Moofs over on archive.org.
Wow. Well, I know what I'm doing later today.
Yeah. And so this picture right here, I guess, shows some of the ones that already have been moofed. And so a lot of these titles that were,
so I wonder what this is going to mean for some of the Macintosh emulators out there, if they're going to be able to incorporate
Moof support.
The Moof, yeah. And I know we've mentioned down here before. I keep checking over at griffle.org, mini VMac, and I don't know if that guy's around anymore. It's been well over a year since he's updated.
Yeah, we'll have to reserve a future show for this and maybe get a hold of Mr. Morris and see if he wants to walk us through this. But I'm kind of curious, how does this play with like emulators?
Is 4AM doing these also? Okay, all right, that's funny. I'm not surprised.
What's that?
Oh, 4AM. He's the gentleman who did all the did a majority of the WAS imaging. Him and the guy who created the Apple Sauce card to do the Flux imaging. I met him at Kansas Fest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this is a nice development here in the emulation world. Or not the emulator, I guess, if you can run these on an original computer. Again, that's Big Mess Wires, and now you have Moof disk image support. And lastly, we got this little guy.
Right. So when I was checking out assembly lines, because I knew they usually had some cool stuff over there, I saw they've got these Apple. So this is for the tinier one. It's an Apple IIe 1.6-inch emulator pre-order, and I say emulator, but it's a piece of hardware that runs an Apple IIe on a 1.6-inch screen. The whole thing isn't any bigger than that. They also have a 3.2-inch version, but this is a pre-order, $59.95. There is a great video with Chris and Javier talking about both of these, both sizes of it. And boy, and Eric's Ed just mentioned Javier's making a case for it, because of course he is. I really hope I get on the list to get the first set of these, because boy, oh boy, these just look fun.
Yeah. I think at some point, does it become too small? I mean, when you have an all-in-one
computer
this is obviously one of those can't be given to toddlers. But what's that?
This is definitely one of those because you can sort of things. Now,
Yeah.
if the person who's making these also managed to put like a video out on it, so you could hook it up to a bigger screen,
Uh-huh.
that would be pretty cool. Not maybe for this one because this one's already they had already like throw out some features at the 3.2 inches because it's just too small to include
Yeah.
a full size USB port on it. So
Wow.
yeah, so the
That
3.2,
is
if you're wanting something that you could actually do something with, the 3.2 is the way to go. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to get a 1.6-inch one just cause.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very cool. That's over at ct6502.org. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you need joystick support. That you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Javier is working on a little case. Is the case going to be? I assume it's going to look like a little what in the Apple II world?
For him, I'm going to say a
A little
2C. Javier loves the 2C.
Oh,
That's his fave. So
yeah, that would be cool with a functional tiny little keyboard that you can use the tip of a pen to type on.
yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's wrap this episode up. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Well, we're at the end of another episode of the Retro MacCast. Next week, we will be back. One more episode before the end of the calendar year. John's going to run down his setup of his holiday-themed Macs in the background, share with us some new artwork that he put together, or adapted, maybe is the better word.
Sure. Yeah. Christmassy and
Christmassy
Apple
stuff.
themed. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll be back one more time to wish you a happy holidays. And any other things we need to announce?
No, a happy 16th anniversary of this show.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and happy 16th to you. Here's to 16 more great years. How long are we gonna endure this thing? Are we going to take it to the point where are we going to take this show? Yeah, are we going to take it to the metaverse? Have we reserved some virtual real estate in the metaverse for the Retro MacCast compound? Somebody was supposed to do that. Was it me? If it was, I haven't gotten around to it.
I just like the fact that the computers that were new when we started are now pretty much retro. So you know, so we now have new inventory we can add to our list, right?
Oh yeah. When you think we started doing this podcast on Power PCs, right?
Yeah.
And now people are making emulators of those computers. So yeah. Well, okay. Well, thanks everybody in the chat for joining us. Again, we stream most every Sunday at 8 a.m. Central on YouTube. Just search on Retro MacCast. You'll find us here. And we'll be back next week. Until then, remember, it's not old.
It is retro. So retro.
All right. Thanks, Klaus.
All right.
Thanks,
Klaus,
Mark. Thank you,
right,
everybody.
Sharks, David, Garth, Eric's Edge.
Shark says, is there a vintage Mac museum in Second Life? Is Second Life still a thing? I never got into that. I think I'm going to be stuck in the real world. I'm not sure. I don't think I have the energy to enter the virtual world.
No Lawnmower Man existence for you.
No. Yeah, that movie freaked me out. If that's what Lawnmower Man, if that's what it's all about, I thank you. No.
Well, enjoy your new pillows. Where are those gonna all go? Because how many of those do you have now of the different Throw Boys?
Oh, yeah, because I got them going all the way back.
Yeah.
To the original ones, the ones that had where they actually took the actual Apple icons from
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
from
yeah.
way back, the
I wish I
OS
had
ones. I'm
those.
looking at them
Sure.
up on my shelf, and I think they
That was back when
ran
they were just
afoul of
hand
Apple.
making them, right? Also,
Yeah. Well, they're all handmade.
well,
Yeah.
not like. Yeah, I mean they were like, but they were like a small, just
It
like
was
a
very
few
small
people.
operation. Yeah, I
Right.
think it
Yeah.
was his mom or something. Remember, we did an episode. If you go back and
Yeah.
search on Throwboy, we talked to Roberto about the whole
Oh yeah.
story
Right.
of Throwboy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got those original ones. There's probably 6 or 7 of those. Then the first set of the computer based ones. So there's probably 5 of those, and then now these 5. So
Amazing.
yep, full set. Klaus, you're asking about the full set. So there are a few that I did not get when they were doing those original icon ones. They had like a Halloween themed set.
Oh wow, weird.
Which was pretty
Okay.
wild. I thought that's way too specific. I didn't get the Halloween set. I already had too many pillows that I don't have place for.
I only have the 2, but I very much like them. I got the beach ball and then the blue.
Oh yeah, I did get some of those newer ones. Yeah, the Mac OS logo is here.
Yeah, those are the 2 I've got.
Yeah,
and those actually
the
make
ball.
decent pillows because they're flat enough.
Yeah, this one I'm not sure. This makes a decent pillow. It is a curiosity for sure.
I'm sorry. No.
Yeah. Oh, see, you just can't quite get it to. You can. Maybe you could. Yeah, it's just not going to work. But anyway. All right.
All right, guys.
We said enough.
Thanks a lot.
We'll be back next week. Thanks, everybody. And let's. What do we do? I guess we just do this.
Thanks for listening to the RetroMacCast with James and John. Email listener comments and questions to retromaccast@gmail.com or post comments on our website at www.retromaccast.com.